You got to find your own individual name. And what's funny is that down in the subculture, names are getting scarce because there's so many graffiti writers out there, and they're just making up all kinds of crazy names. But that's what you start out with the name, and sometimes it could be because like crazy. Guy is crazy. You know, I call myself crazy and right. Jive, why I picked this name, I don't know. It's just what he started out with, and ran with it from there. He did though start out. Another thing too is he started out with different names, and the name that fit him well when writing it, like he could write well the J and the I and the V. You know what I mean? So that's another reason why they pick these names, is because they can write the lettering well, and they can tag it well, and they can use their throw-ups and stuff. This is actually his. This is his crews he goes with. Here's another thing. Here's a graffiti writer. This is his crew. I know, I forget what these are, but I know this one. If Mom Only Knew, I'm okay. But these are all his crews that he represents. You know, and this, I guess, is his girlfriend. You know, and if you can't read the piece, that's what I tell everybody. When you look at graffiti, they'll always write their signature, and that's where you can find out what it says. What they do is they have different caps, one for thin lines and one for thick lines, and the reason is for that is you see the detail in here. You can't get that fine. They usually just add this, they call it a stock cap, and it was just, you know, you open up the can of Rust-Oleum, there is a cap, and that's what you use to do it. But over time they started figuring out, like we used to go to ShopRite, and the ShopRite had these caps where it sprayed wide spaces there to put their paint, and they take it out of the glass cleaners. Then what happened was when this subculture got booming, they actually started making them just for the graffiti writers. So you had thin caps. And they made different caps for different cans, aerosol cans, to fit the tops there. But that's what they did, and that's how they can get all this fine. Here's two different colors here. Here's a darker orange and a lighter orange. And I was telling you about how they mixed the paint. Well, what he did was with the darker orange, he had two cans. So he took the dark orange and then the lighter orange, and he just a little thing of white in it. So then he got this different, colors. And he's got it, and it's really cool because he's got it in his head. He'll never ever break out a piece of paper. He'll never have his color schemes. He comes here, he sits his paint down, and he just sits there and he draws and he looks at it and he draws, and then he does his paint and he looks at it. Just very talented, as you can see. He's very well respected in the graffiti subculture. He came down. This was his wall. This was his space from a piece before, and what happened was a jealous writer, actually wrote over him, and then he said, no, I want to redo it and make another one up, and that's what he did. I believe New Haven, Ibis, talented as well. But I was telling you before is that they each have their own individual style. Like, I could look at this piece and tell it's Ibis. I can look at this piece and tell that's Ultra. Even though you can't see it, I've seen some of his work and I can just tell. Just like we go down the line, you could tell Jive, and you can tell Demand, and you can tell Yes To and stuff. He writes several different names. His tag name is Demand. He writes Amish. Great guy. He's once again, he told me he's just tired of the getting chased and doing it illegal, and he wants to come down here and express his art and, get his pictures and show people, and this is what he does. And you can see the different colors and blendings and stuff like that. Well, production basically works. A bunch of writers get together and they go down and find a wall like this and piece. And what they try to do is they try to get the same color paint in the backgrounds, one continuous piece. They don't have to do the same style, but it coincides with everything down there, and that's what a production is. A bunch of writers getting together and doing something nice, instead of destruction.